I think talking about jail, I think being in jail, it's not good in any way, even mentally.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
imagine being cooped up in one place for a very long time.
for a very long. Oh,
Yeah,
that must be fucked up. Like mentally, I am sure that fucks you up. Being in a box
in a box,
or one
literally.
place for
Yes.
20 plus years. No, 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 no. You see why I don't want to
But
be
then, do we,
associated with crime.
do people really know more about mental health or really take it into consideration? I think we just leave, hey, as long as the person is healthy,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah,
is
yeah,
not
yeah.
sick.
I feel like that's what the older people believe. I feel like now,
Mhm.
the new generation, we are slowly starting to speak out about mental health, and
About mental health.
yes, and it is acknowledged a little bit more than it was back in the day. So yeah, I feel like older people have that mentality of like, nah, as long as you're healthy, you're waking up every day. Why are you depressed?
like,
Why do you have to be depressed? Why do you have to go through mental
So
struggles?
things like depression, anxiety, and stuff comes with your mental state, like
Yeah,
your
yeah,
mental well-being.
that's a form of mental illness.
Oh,
Yes.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah,
I didn't know about that. And I think it's
yes.
because of that. No, people don't talk much about it. Like, it's not a topic. Like,
It's not.
I feel like it's more like sex.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
people feel like it's
It's a taboo.
it's a taboo to talk about sex. So
it feels like you're complaining. I feel like that's why it's a taboo. Like you shouldn't complain in life. You should just suck it
Suck
up
it
and
up.
and leave. Yeah. So it's seen as you complaining about life, but it's really not that.
Then
It's more than
things like
that.
things like depression. What is that the end result of you not being well, or is that the start of you not being well? Like, do you get fucked up in the mind that you keep overthinking things and stuff, or your personal problems weigh you down to a point where you reach your you reach your break point?
I don't know, hey. I feel like it differs. I feel like it differs from person to person.
From person to person.
Yeah, and mental health and depression, all these things have stages. So people experience them like differently
differently.
at different stages and stuff like that. So it's way, 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 way deeper than, than what I also know. But yeah,
how would you like if you maybe you find yourself in a situation of heading to depression? How would you handle that?
Me, I'd search for peace.
But how? I think that's I know of a lady who was almost at the brink of a depression, and apparently she used to walk around naked.
Walk around naked because what did
she wasn't conscious of the fact that she wasn't aware she's naked. She would like forget sometimes.
I didn't know that's
like she would like literally it would slip her mind. Okay, let me say she's from the bathroom. From bathing. She would head for the door and for the gate without being aware that she's not dressed. Let's say she's bathing to go to the shop.
Yeah, I understand.
She would like.
I understand. I'm just thinking about it. Like, I didn't know that depression can make you. I don't know.
I was just talking on what you said about it differing from person to person.
It differs from person to person and it affects people differently. Some people even reach the point of being suicidal because of depression. So and like anxieties and all that. So people also react differently to it. But yeah. Just talk. Seek help. Like if you feel like you're not fine, seek help.
A lot of people just feel like they feel like seeking help makes them weak. Or you want to talk to a shrink or something like that.
Yeah,
you become someone who's made fun of. I mean,
that's what society.
I think there are also a lot of artists who suppress to depression and because of not being able to speak out.
But I feel like don't you feel like everybody goes through depression?
Yeah, you do. I mean, life fucks us up once in a while.
I feel like
life fucks everybody up once in a while.
I feel like, to be honest, everybody at some point in their lives were depressed. It's just that other people are even not aware. They're not even aware that they're depressed.
Oh, they're not even aware.
Yeah, some other people are not even aware that they have mental health issues because these things are not spoken about. You don't know what do they call the symptoms?
The symptoms. That's what I was actually asking. That is depression the disease or the symptom? Like, is it the end result of it, or is it you working towards the disease? Are there really symptoms of mental health?
Yeah.
Mental illness?
Yeah. When you depressed, for example, you don't like doing the things you used to like before. things don't excite you anymore. You just don't feel like waking up in the morning. You don't feel like eating. Other people, when they're depressed, they eat. So you see, that's where it differs.
Oh yeah, that's where it differs.
Other people, when they're depressed, they want to eat junk food, and other people don't have appetite when they're depressed. Yeah, when you're depressed, you just down, I guess. And that fucks you up mentally, I guess.
It's really, really crazy. But then, what contributes to that? I think there's a lot of factors. But how is it often that people get depressed or they face mental illness because of relationships? Or like it might not be a partner kind of relationship, but even from pressure and stress from family.
Yeah. I feel like anything can trigger your depression. It does not necessarily have to be a relationship. For you, a relationship can be something that triggered your depression. That's why, like, some other people, the elderly people, just like people who end up being, depressed and suicidal because of relationship, they'll be like, oh, you killing yourself because of a man. No, it's not that. It's not that at all. It's just that triggered you to be in that state of being depressed. But then it's no longer even about that relationship. You're just depressed now. Everything just depresses you now. Like, everything in your life is just depressing. So a relationship can trigger your depression, or anything in life can trigger your depression, and then you're depressed, and then you end up being fucked up, I guess. That's my answer.